Minecraft. A while ago, I showed you about the limitations of Minecraft Bedrock Edition, and I've even shown a video about the most notorious Minecraft glitches. But what are the limitations in Java Edition? Well, according to Ant Venom, there are actually more limitations than you even think.
The Farland.
For now, we are going to. For one, the Farlands. Well, obviously, unless you use customized worlds or mods, or you cannot access them in vanilla Java Edition. Now, what happens at 2 to the power 25 blocks? Lighting stops completely at 2 to the power 25 blocks out. So what happens beyond that? Well, let's take a look at this and talk to Ant Venom about these limitations. First off, by default, the world border. We have the world border mainly. We've got the Farlands, show. The 30 million block limit, show. But did you know there exist several limitations of the game? Yeah. But let's take a look at this. So, as Ant Venom shows, if you try to teleport to between 2 to the power 26 and 2 to the power 27 on Java Edition, if you did this on Bedrock Edition, you just won't be able to move. The game will instead crash. Well, why? Well, let's go somewhere else. The Minecraft Wiki. We have because of the old generation limitations, this causes crashes when you reach between 2 to the power 6 and 2 to the power 27. And then sounds stop working at 2 to the power 28. Villages break after 2 to the power 30 also, and the game crashes indefinitely if you go beyond the 32-bit integer limit. So, yeah, crazy. Unless Though the high limit is 256 blocks, doesn't mean we can go way higher than even that. By default, 496 blocks is the limit. However, messing around with source code, you can change it to the 32-bit digital limit. But when you teleport that high, unlike what happens in the on the x-axis in Java, or unlike Bedrock Edition, no crashes appear. This is also the limit for the world border as well. But if you teleport 9.223 quintillion or the 64-bit digital limit, you can't move gradually anymore. So what's up with that? Had 2 to the power 51 blocks up, which is about 4.503 quadrillion blocks up. You cannot move up and down. This is the limit. This is the highest you can even go by flying. Though you can still fall, but that goes away at 2 to the 55. Though you can reach all the way up to 2 to the power 1024 blocks up. Crazy. But what were the limits before the Fallens were removed? Well, let's talk about that right now. At 32, so first off, the Fallens, obviously. But at 32 million blocks away, just like in Bedrock Edition, you will fall through the wall. However, in Bedrock Edition, this starts earlier than that, at 2 to the power 23 blocks out. But we can go even further than that with command, of course. We have this had the 32-bit digital limit. Just like now, if you try to fly past it, the game will crash. Definitely. Of course but what are the other limits to be found then? But, well, let's check it out. So first off, the clouds between 25 billion and a couple hundreds, the clouds will vanish entirely, and only the void will remain, as well as the sun and moon. Simple. But we can get even further than that. Unfortunately, at 2 to the power 25 blocks out, or 34 billion, or 34.359 billion blocks out, the game will crash and will remain unresponsive. We can get further than even that, though. And but by using Optifine, this result occurs. Okay, absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Okay, absolutely. Bingo. But what else is there to be found? Well, had excessive coordinates, like before even the fall ends, without using Task Manager, you can no longer close the game. Well, maybe. But what happens when we go even further than that? Well, there's the Fatherlands, which appear approximately 1 billion blocks away. Unfortunately, limitations are very unprecedented at this level. But what happens if we can go? What happens later? Well, by using customized roles options, you can generate the Skyfalllands? What the heck? And by using two mods, the Falllands mod and the Cubic Chunks mod, you can generate a second level of Falllands. Yeah, the Void Falllands. Crazy. Crazy. And that's not the end of it either. Using this thing called Cheat Engine, you can reach infinity. Yay. Just make sure you're not using Optifine. Optifine in beta 1.7.3. Otherwise, yeah, you get what I'm saying. And wait, what? The Stripe lands? I don't get it. I don't get it. And even as you get full though, the intensity of jitteriness worsens every power of 2 you go. But what happens if we go 2 to the power 24 blocks out? Well, after that, it's almost impossible to place or destroy any blocks. Past the 32-bit integer limit, the world would be off by 256 blocks. If terrain were to generate out to the 64-bit integer limit, the hitbox would be 2.2 trillion blocks off. Wow, that was a lot. But hey, at least... But hey, at least we don't have to worry about Bedrock Edition glitches, what? Actually, no. Let's look at the world limits in that game. First one is 2 million blocks up. Elytra and slow falling is no longer possible at at 30 million blocks is the final limit of the game. And the stride plans exist as well. Why does this exist? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But that's it, my friends. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.